Hi. Tonight, I have two very special guests with us. We have Les and Lee. Hi.
How are you?
Hi.
So I'm not going to introduce you guys to the audience because every magicians have their own way of introducing themselves. And yeah, so in very simple word, how would you introduce yourself?
Okay, we would normally, because of the format of the show we do, Lee would introduce the magic of Leslie, which is what we perform under,
Yep.
and I would come out and thank the audience for allowing me to entertain them.
Oh, so basically Lee is like an assistant, like a host for the magic show.
In
Yeah.
a lot of those shows, yes.
Yeah, those shows as in kids shows, corporate shows?
Yes, we tend to do children's shows and a little stage work. We don't do corporate work at the moment.
Ah, so mainly to the younger version.
Younger and not so young, or young at heart.
Okay. So what actually inspired you to actually try to be the young people's entertainer?
Right, well, it probably goes back to when I was 12 years old.
Okay.
Some of the audience might remember a magician on TV called Bernard the Magician, and I went and saw him live and was fascinated with magic, and
Yep.
from that point on I was hooked. And so we took it from there.
Okay.
I've been performing ever since.
Yeah, since I wasn't born at that time. So what kind of magic actually inspired you?
Well, simple magic really. I can show you something. That,
that's good.
I've got a ball in my hand,
Yep.
and all you have to do is really tell me which hand has the ball. Okay, so if I hold this up like so, you can pick which hand has the ball. I
Yes.
wouldn't pick that hand though. I wouldn't pick that hand.
Oh, that hand.
Well, if you pick that hand, that's got a black ball
Ah.
in it, you see. But if you pick the other hand, of course it's got a cube in it.
Ah,
So
okay.
that's the sort of magic that we do, and children love those sort of things.
No, simple shape changing, color
Shape
changing.
changing, yep.
It's very visual and nice actually.
Yes, yes. And a good afternoon and welcome to all of you. As magicians, we like to control what you see and what you hear. And what I'm going to do now is take total control of your minds, no matter where you are in the viewing audience, because what you think you'll see is this piece of tissue being torn. In fact, if you listen closely, you might even hear that it's being torn as well. This is all because I am controlling everything that you hear and everything that you see. These things are under our control at all times. A bit like the old show, The Outer Limits. Whatever you do, don't touch the horizontal, don't touch the vertical, because we are in control at all times. And what you think you've seen is a tissue being torn into small pieces. But, of course, oops, we've dropped a couple. I'll pick this one up if Lee would like to hand me that. I'll scrunch these up, just leave it on the table for the moment, Lee. Now, of course, being a magician, I've controlled what you saw and what you heard, and as a result, I will be able to reveal this tissue as it was originally. However, if I just do it here in front of you, you'll see how I do it. So what I'll do is I'll cover it with the old magician's hanky. Now, of course...
Look, every single time you do it.
Dear me. Well, they weren't supposed to see that. Well, that's made rather a mess of the trick because... well, obviously at home you will be clapping tumultuously as the audience in the studio is, because we've restored the tissue. But it doesn't help me because I've got this torn up tissue in my hand. So I guess all I can do is take some magic dust out of my pocket, sprinkle it over and say the magic words, and of course as we unfold the tissue, I reveal to you that I did have your minds fully in my control because you are all responding so beautifully. And look, oh, we have a piece missing. Have you still got that piece, Miss Lee? And Lee will hold that up and you'll see that it is, if you turn it around, like that, it is a perfect match. And we thank you very much.
So,